Rahim. Uh, Welcome to Rahman Digital Production. We are starting today the second unit, in fact, the second topic of Physics 5054. Before starting that, please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon so that you will be immediately informed. Okay, in this lecture, we will learn about the speed, velocity, and acceleration. We will use first the theoretical method to understand the concept, and then we will use the graphical method to understand the concept of speed, velocity, and acceleration. What is speed? Before that, we are having to talk about the distance, about the distance and displacement. Distance and displacement. What is that? We will discuss first this. Now, what is distance? If a body is starting from point A and it is going to point B and then moving to point C and then moving to point D and finally coming to point number E. So in common life, we are also saying that how much distance that body has covered. So the overall path covered by a body, the overall path covered by a body is called distance, is called distance. Distance is denoted in meter. Distance is measured in meter. I should say measured in meters. The symbol used the symbol used is S. We are using the distance. S is used. Okay, distance is a scalar quantity. Distance is a scalar quantity. Ladies and gentlemen, what is scalar and what is vector? Very soon we will discuss in greater detail, but for your understanding, I am saying that those physical quantity which can only be represented by its magnitude, and I must say proper unit, then it is called scalar quantity. But if with the magnitude in proper unit there is direction, then we are saying that it is vector quantity. Now, because every moment the direction is changing, so it is called distance and it is a scalar quantity. There is no particular direction of it because at every point the direction is changing. So this is called distance. The zigzag path covered by, sometimes the books are explaining it like this: the zigzag path covered by a body is called what? It is called distance. Okay, the second is displacement. The second is displacement. Ladies and gentlemen, if we are thinking on the word, then half of the concept is clear. Placement and displacement. If you are removing a thing from its original place, then it is called displace. And we are always using this word in our daily life, that don't displace this thing, it should be on its place. Now technically and in scientific term, the shortest distance between 2 points is called displacement. Now this is a distance and this is a displacement because it is the shortest distance. One distance is this one as well, one distance is this one as well, one is this one as well to the final part, but these are not the shortest. The shortest is only the displacement. The shortest distance between 2 points are called, the shortest distance is called a displacement. It is also, there is a very good question coming to my mind. It is also measured in meters. And the question is that if I am saying that a body covered 30 meters, so distance is also denoted in meters and displacement is also denoted in meters. So I am talking about what? 30-meter area, yeah, path is covered. It means distance. How? Because I not mentioned the direction. If there is a direction, then it means it is displacement. But if no direction is mentioned, the path can be covered in any direction, and that is then called distance. If I am saying a body covered a path of 30 kilometers from Peshawar to Islamabad, then I said the direction. It means that this is the displacement. If direction is mentioned, then it is displacement. Displacement is a vector quantity. It means that it must have a direction. It must have a direction. Displacement is denoted by d sometime, and its unit is also, as I told you, meter. Okay, why I explain this? Because if there is a car and that car is starting from a point, and that car is starting and covering a distance of 5 kilometer, for example. This is given in the book. 5 kilometer of distance. Then it took a U-turn and then covering a distance of 3 kilometer. So what is the displacement of this car from initial position to the final position? The shortest distance is called what? That is called displacement. So what is the distance? The distance is the overall path, that is 5 kilometer plus 3 kilometer, which is equal to 8 kilometer. But if we are talking about the displacement, then it will be 5 minus 3, which is equal to 2 kilometer. And that will be equal, because this is 5 and we have to cut this much area of 3. So this much will remain, and that is the displacement. And you can see that it is towards what? South. So in this case, you will set 2 kilometer towards south. If the direction must be there. In this case, there is no need of direction. But in this case, there must be a direction. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the difference between distance. Why I told you about this? Because I am coming to a very important topic, and that is speed and velocity. Speed and velocity. Now, commonly, we are hearing this speed word in our daily life. That car did accident because the speed was very high. Overspeeding, I get a ticket from the motorway police because of overspeeding. So we are listening this speed very frequently in our daily life, but we are not hearing this velocity. What is speed? Let me first explain what is speed. And because there is the rate of change of distance with respect to time is called speed. Is called speed. For example, a body is starting from point A. In first minute, they are covering this much distance, and in the second minute, this body is covering this much distance. This is in the first minute, and this is in the next 1 minute. So what do you think? They are getting the speed increased or decreased? It is going with speed because this much distance is covered in this much time, and in the second 1 minute, the time is the same. So it means there is a change of distance with respect to time. Then it is called speed. It means that the car is moving with a high speed. So speed is measured in meter per second. People are also writing it, both are the same. You will have to say 8 meter per second. Speed is a scalar quantity. Speed is a scalar quantity. Speed is a scalar quantity. So it means it doesn't have any direction. When it comes to the rate of change of distance, then it is speed. When it comes to the rate of change of displacement, then it comes velocity. That is why I explained first the distance and then the displacement. The rate of change of distance, the rate of, if I am saying speed, I should write it here. Speed is mathematically denoted by, when this is s, then rate of change of distance with respect to time. So it is called what? It is called speed. This is called delta. Delta means small change, not very large change. Small change in whatever. Here it is distance, small change in the distance. So rate of change of velocity with respect to time is called what? It is called speed. Speed is a scalar quantity and it is denoted by meter per second. There are many types of speed. One is called, the first one is called variable speed. The first one is called variable speed. What does it mean? I will explain it in a moment. The first type of speed is called variable speed. What does it mean? Let me give you an example first. That if equal distances, this is 1 kilometer, this is also 1 kilometer, and the third one is also 1 kilometer. And the third one is also. This is covered in 5 minutes. This is covered in 6 minutes. And that is covered in 7 minutes. Very technically, we can say that equal distances covered in unequal interval of time, unequal interval of time is called variable speed. When we are taking the concept of variable speed, when there is not a constant speed, for example, I am saying that if a car is starting from Peshawar and it is going to Islamabad, it went with one speed, for example 50 kilometer. No, sometime there will be a congested area and you have to reduce your speed. Sometime the road will be cleared and you have to increase the speed. So not with one speed. If somebody is asking with which speed you went to Islamabad, then you can't say that I went with 50 kilometer all the way. No, sometime it will be 50 kilometer and sometime it will be 30 kilometer. Might be there is 2 kilometer per hour as well. So that is called variable speed. In another way, I can say this, that unequal, this is the first distance, the second one is this one, and the third one is this one. For example, this is 2 kilometer distance and this is 10 kilometer distance and this is 1 kilometer distance, and that is covered in 6 minutes. This is also called covered in 6 minutes, and this is also because the road was bumpy, so they covered that in 6 minutes. So this concept of equal distances in unequal time can also be written as, if unequal distances are covered in equal interval of time, the time interval is the same. Again, it is variable speed. It is also 2 kilometer, one speed. 10 divided by 6, another speed. And 1 divided by 6, another speed. So it means that here the speed was very much and here very slow, because in 6 minutes 1 kilometer, in 6 minutes 10 kilometer, and 6 minutes 2 kilometer. So unequal distances covered in equal interval of time is also called speed. Then when it comes to the variable speed and you have to tell somebody that I went with this speed to Islamabad, then the next term is average speed. Okay, then the next one is variable speed. Variable speed. The total distance says covered by total time is called average speed. Average speed. It is denoted by angle and then V, capital V. That is called average speed, and that is total distances divide by total time. Total distances divide by total time. That is called average speed. After all, you have to tell someone that I went with about 50 kilometer per hour to Islamabad. It means that you are telling it about the average. So that is average. Third number, constant speed. Constant speed. And that is when equal distances are covered in equal interval of time, then the speed is said to be constant speed. What does it mean? It means that the first interval, which is 5 kilometer, is covered in 1 hour. The same distance, that is also 5 kilometer, is also covered in 1 hour. And then the third, that is also 5 kilometer, and it is also covered in 1 kilometer. Then the car is moving with constant speed. 5 divided by 1, 5 kilometer per hour. 5 divided by 1, 5 kilometer per hour. 5 divided by 1, 5 kilometer per hour. It means that 5 kilometer per hour is the speed from here to Islamabad. So it means that the body moved with constant speed. Number third is instantaneous speed. Instantaneous speed. What is the first definition I am writing? The speed of an object for a very short interval of time. Short interval of time is called instantaneous speed. This is the first definition. Are all, so I can define it, the speed of a body at a particular interval of time. Interval of time is called instantaneous speed. Both yield the same concept. Let me give, as I am giving this example to my students always, that if you are a police officer, you are sitting in master control room, there are police officer working at different spots. For example, this is Atak Bridge. This is Hassan Abdal. Hassan Abdal. This is Texla. A detective is moving, a culprit is moving in a car. Here, the police officer is standing and he is having a device in his hand, and the control room is asking that at which speed at this particular instant that culprit is moving. So when he is passing here, he press the button and telling 50 kilometer per hour is the speed right now. That is called instant. By this particular instant, the speed. And here it is saying that this another police officer is recording the time, and when he press at a particular instant of time, then they are saying that now 70 kilometer per hour. So the speed of a body at particular instant, and that is a very short interval of time. If you are taking the speed limit, distance turn to zero, we are writing the limit x turns to 0. X is a distance. So delta x divide by delta t, the very short interval of time. Time is very less and distance is very less. It doesn't mean 0, because 0 divided by anything is equal to infinity. But it is turns to 0, not 0. So we are taking the instantaneous, yani V instantaneous. That is called the instantaneous speed. So that was another concept. Also, we are having that the speed is increasing and the speed is decreasing. One question which is revolving in my mind is that can a displacement be equal to distance? Can the displacement and distance are equal when they will be equal? Yes. When the distance is a straight line, then displacement is also a straight line. When the distance is a straight line, then distance and displacement are equal. So you have to keep this in mind. That's it for today. Hopefully you have enjoyed. Tomorrow we will discuss, inshallah, the velocity. Don't miss that concept. Thank you for watching. Allah Hafiz.